What's up, everybody? As you can see, I'm not using my flip cam right now. The reason behind that is that, well, first, it doesn't work anymore. Like, if I can show you this, it has no battery, and every time I put batteries in, there's actually a weird battery low sign, so I don't use it anymore. I just use my Mac this time. But anyways, this video is to talk about dun 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 Gemini City. Yes, my super aliases. Anyways, I'm just here to tell you about my variation on the build and why I think that Geminis are actually pretty good at this format. So yeah, let's get down to the deck profile first. You need three of these because they're Gemini spark targets, they're like monsters, unmissable, all of that stuff. You need the aliases. And yes, those are cop sirens. Anyways, two Thunder Kings. Also a light target, and it prevents you and your opponent from adding cards to your hand, as well as negating a special summon. Two Cyber Dragons, beaters, and you can special summon it if you find yourself going against your opponent having a monster and you don't, and you draw this. You special summon it, normal summon something, kill the monster, attack directly. You know, pretty good card. Also for Chimera type if you go against gadgets. Two Honest, 1900 defense, you set this, they attack into it. They'll probably not have enough attack points to actually pierce it, so they take damage or it's equal, and you can return it back to your hand afterwards. My This is sort of like a anti-meta kind of build, so two Banishers. Light target, I know you can't honest it, but it removes any card from play, and I'll explain that later why I run this. One DD Warrior Lady, sorry, one DD Warrior Lady. Um, it's a beater. If your opponent attacks into it or you attack, you can remove their monster after damage calculation. Gives you a plus in most cases, like for example, say Stardust, because it doesn't destroy it. What it does is it removes it. It's like a monster deprison. It's also the reason why I run Vanisher, because I can always get this with the next card that I'm about to show you. It is the Alchemist, Dimensional Alchemist. Some people have been telling me that this card isn't good in this deck, but first, it's light. Second, you can remove a card from play for it to gain 500, so it's an 1800 beater. And lastly, if it dies and hits the grave, you can get one of your remove from play monsters and add it back to your hand. So for me, that's a plus. For me, in my experience, it's pretty good. And we have one Gale. Tuner the deck, half your opponent's attacking the Stardust, kill it. Stratos gets Alias, or if you're fortunate enough you have Alias on the field, you summon this, you destroy um, spells and traps equal to the number of heroes on the field, so up to 4 I believe, because there's 3 Aliases and 1 Stratos. One Reaper, it delays you, and if you can get the Cyber Dragon and get this on the field and you know you can deal damage, you can discard one random card from your opponent's hand and cripple their hand. Like for Gravekeepers, you can ditch a Necro Valley, the Recruiter, the Commandant, and they won't get the effect. That's it for the monsters. For the magics, we have 3 Gemini Sparks, mainly for Alias, and before it used to be Crusaders, but I took them out because I found them useless. They're only good for Sparks, so I took them out, got those other cards in, and yeah. Anyways, if you don't know, Spark basically gives you your plus. So you actually is zero. Wait, plus, yeah, plus. Sorry. So it destroys a card, one of your monsters. So Alias, send it to the grave. You destroy one of their cards, and you draw a card. So +1, -1, and +1 again. So +1 at 0. Two MSTs, staples in this deck. 3 Book of Moons. I don't know why people only run 2, like in any deck, but 3 is so good. Like, you can stop so many things. 2 smashings. I used to have 3, but I like the gold one, so I took the third one out. Monster Reborn, Dark Hole, Rhoda, and Emergency Call. Basically gets all your gets all your heroes and DD Warrior Lady or any warrior target. Just set up for those explosive plays right when you draw it. And for the traps, we have 2 Hero Blasters. This card is actually pretty good because what it does is basically you can get Alias or Stratos from your you get Alias from your grave, you add it to your hand, and if your opponent has a monster that's less than 19, you get to destroy it. So that's pretty good. 2D Fishers removes the card from play, like with Stardust or anything that attacks and you don't want it on the field. 2 Bottomless Trap Holes, 1 Solemn, sorry, 1 Mirror Force, 1 Torrential, and 1 Oppression. Yeah, guys, that's my deck. And as for like why I think it's so good, is because, well, first you have the Spark, so you gain a +1 for destroying your alias, destroying a monster, spell, trap, or like even against Gravekeepers, you can destroy the Necro Valley. For black ones, you could destroy the back row, or the extra monster for them to special summon. You can, for Glads, you can destroy their monsters so they can't tag out. All that stuff. Gemini Spark is pretty good. Plus, you get to draw a card in the end. So, yeah. Another reason is because even though Thunder King doesn't let you exactly use E-Call or Rhoda to get your card, or even the Alchemist at times, um, what it does is that it it cripples your opponent, so Black Wings can't um, get the Whirlwind effect. Neko Valley, no, Gravekeepers can't get the Neko, like the commanding effect to get Neko Valley to their hand, or just basically just stops that engine of adding cards to your hand from your deck. Also, like, Doomcast's better, but I wanted to make a cheaper build, so Thunder King solves that problem of if they special summon or something, you can just negate it if it's worth it. Then, uh, since this deck is based around pretty much Alias Stratos and the the fact that you get the advantage most of the time and it beats down your opponent, um, pretty much it's card destruction mixed with the ability to remove your opponent's cards from play, since the meta depends on the grave. Like scraps depend on getting Chimera Beasts, Gravekeepers depend on ditching Commandant, then getting Necro Valley, and then setting, and then having you attack into it. Um, Sabers, their loop is destroyed because, well, they, they have to special summon from the grave in order for them to swarm you and summon Hunlei and all of that stuff. Um, Also, like E-Call, Gotham's E-Call, it doesn't let your opponent get monsters from the grave because they're kind of removed from play. But anyways, yeah. Uh, yeah, that's why I think it's good. But anyways, yeah, I don't know. I guess that's the end of the video, guys. Thanks for watching. Sorry about that. Thought I had more, but I guess I didn't. As you know, comment, subscribe, do anything you want, and peace to you too.